certainly got Corey Oliver to match up on. Interesting to see what Winston Geeshan does after this bounce.
Here we go, up they go. It's Lippman up against Noble. Noble gets a tap down, not too far. He gets a little scrubby kick now to Butcher, who can't put a handle on it. Morrison puts Calvin Porter in a strong tackle. And as expected, we don't go anywhere with the opening bounce. Up they go again. Noble this time gets it out a little bit of space now. Porter's there. He's got 2 to beat. He can't do it at the moment. Quick handball from Bedgood to Butcher. Now it goes on to Jackson Scott. He runs through, but now Sale through Hams collects the football. Kicks it out wide. That bright pink football you can see. It's quite easily to see. Geeshan just pushed his opponent in the back. And this is going to be a free kick. It's going in the way of Jesse Collins of Sale, whose right foot kick down the line, looking for Ronaldson, gets pushed in the back. Play on, says the umpire. No, now he pays the mark, and it goes to, that is Sam Plemming there of Maffra. Clears it across to Noble. Goes on the outer wing. The switch is on for the Eagles. Goes wide out towards Hutz. Now he gives it backwards to Butcher. Butcher kicks down the line. It's a poor kick. It's going to be a turnover, and that's taken by Fife was out there for Sale, who took the grab, comes in board and finds Martin in the middle of the ground.
Martin to Ty Morrison. They're just working the ball back inside the corridor. Morrison getting held up in there. It's a scrappy kick forward. They've got a lot of work for Gooch to do. Comes off some feet, falls out to Jackson Scott. He gets a big hit. A big hit there from, was that Gooch?
Yeah, no, it was Morrison who cleaned him up, and no one's going to him. Now Joel Lambert, now they come in. Now they remonstrate a little bit with Morrison. It was a nasty sort of hit, and Scott got cleaned up as Lamborn just gives him a little kidney tap, but they'll be all right.
We spoke about the ball coming off feet. It did go up in the air, and it bounced straight up in front of young Scott, and he just had to sit there and wait underneath it. And Ty Morrison, massive hit as the ball comes out to Plemming now as play gets underway.
Kicks forward into the forward line, looking for Sheen. He's got 2 to beat. Descent gets it for Sales. Good to have him back on the side. Handball across from Ronaldson. They're running out. They've got numbers out here, has Maffra. They're about to reload. Back in ball. This is heavy side. Puts it back in. Connolly at the back. Good spoil down on the front, but it's Laverty for Sale. Gives it to Descent. Now get his quick left foot kick. Out in the way there is Fife. His left foot kick's going to hit Morrison in the middle. He got his head over the football. He just drops it. No one goes to him. I thought they might have cleaned him up. A handball in the middle of the ground. It's a quick little kick. This one got smothered. It was from Tom Hams. Now they reload Maffra. They've got numbers everywhere. Petro's got it outside 50. Short kick to Connolly has missed him in the 50. It goes over his head. He has to do the buttering up work, and it goes out of bounds.
We see Jackson Scott after that nasty hit from Ty Morrison coming to the boundary. He does look okay in the sense that he's coming off of his own accord, but he does look very sore.
Early on, 3 inside 50s to Maffra. Sale not in there yet.
Poor kick inside 50 it was. It should have been a shot on goal. Now Sale have got some numbers. This time it comes out to Hams. He gets tackled, swung around. A quick one out to Jordan Descent. Short delivery kick out to Gooch is good, a strong one. Sam Walker from Maffra put a little bit of pressure on him. Gooch kicks it wide, finds his teammate out there. This is Corey Oliver. He's got the bright yellow boots on as Oliver. On the defensive side for Sale. Kicks it down the line. Up they go. No one can mark. Jordan Descent was there. Gooch overruns the football. It allows David Adams of Maffra to pick it up. Gives it to Geeshan in the middle of the ground. Plemming just took his eyes off it for a second. He recovers well, though. Now it comes out to Sale. Turnover football at the moment. Bedgood's got it. Gives it back to Adams. Handball over his head to Plemming. Short kick was smothered. They're still moving forward, the Eagles. Butcher gets it. Got collared, holding the football. And a free kick to Sale as they quickly take advantage. This time it comes through. Jordan Dowsett down the line. Good kick. Finds Jason Graham. Outside 50. Kick goes inside only just. Good mark there by Josh Kennedy, who quickly plays on. Has a shot at goal. Long one going. Marked on the line by Michael Coleman of Maffra.
Coleman deep in the square for Maffra in their defence. Kicks a nice little pass out to Davey Adams, only about 20 metres away. He goes short again, finds Geeshan unmarked just inside the defensive 50. He plays on quickly, goes out wide. It goes over the top of Petro. Connolly over the back there, picks it up nicely. A chip over the top finds Danny O'Brien. There's 2-on-1 out there. He plays on quickly inside. Petro follows up. He's just outside 50. He gathers, kicks long from 50. It sits there for Sheen. Sheen takes a nice little one-hander deep in the pocket, plays on quickly inside. Danny O'Brien follows up his good work, and he's marked about 20 metres out on a slide angle. Should be a nice opportunity for a goal for Maffra.
Very well done. It was a good build-up by the Eagles. They went coast to coast, and Sheen, the unselfishness of Darren Sheen, he is a powerful machine down there, of course, very unselfish to give it back to Danny O'Brien, who's going to have a shot as we said, about 20 metres out from goal, only a slight angle. This should get us underway for the afternoon. It does, as Danny O'Brien puts through Maffra's first of the afternoon.
Well, it was a scrappy start for the day, but Maffra finally able to open up, went coast to coast, took the mark deep inside their defensive 50, Michael Coleman, and a chain of kicks finds Petro wide, in just outside of 50, long kick inside. Sheen takes a really nice one-handed mark right on the point post, kick inside to Danny O'Brien, finished off with a nice goal.
And the pink ball comes off. It's had its ceremonial time. And the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. The half-yearly clearance ends Tuesday with massive last-minute deals this weekend. 1 goal straight, 6 Maffra is the only score on the board at the moment.
Back in the middle, no one gets their hand on it, just drops straight at the feet, but good work there by Kennedy of Sale. His right foot kick around the body, looking for John Gooch, who overruns it. Now he's got to go back. Fleming just kicks it off the ground for Maffra, looking for the boundary, but Gooch is there. He slips. That's a free kick. Surely it is over the shoulder, as John Gooch is going to get the free kick 65 metres out from goal. He goes backwards on this occasion, back to Fife, who plays on quickly. Left foot delivery into the forward line. Graham's there, he's got it, no. Drops short. He has to go again now. He's been tackled. Gooch is there for support. No one can pick it up. Over the back there was Sam Descent. Dropped the football. Play on, says the umpire. Lots of numbers around this one. Deep in Sales forward 50. It comes out to Graham. Snaps around the body on his right foot. It bounces, and bounces through. And that is an unbelievable goal. And that is by far our Bob Jane T-Mart goal of the year so far. With all thanks to Bob Jane T-Mart Traralgon, buy 3 Continental tyres and get the 4th one free. Troy Makepeace, what a goal.
I've never seen anything like it. That was unbelievable. Graham's picked the ball up out of a pack. Really good pressure from Sale in their forward line. Snapped the ball on goal. There was 3 players inside the square. 2 for Maffra, 1 for Sale. It missed the first 2 and somehow bounced over Winston Geishan, who was right on the line, went through for goal.
And the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. The half-yearly clearance ends Tuesday with massive last-minute deals this weekend. The scores are tied up at 1 goal apiece, and we're 7 minutes into the first quarter.
We will never see that again as they win the football. Maffra through Cade Renoy, goes long into the forward line. His kick is offline, and Sheen stops on a penny, turns around and says, hey, look at me.
Gives him that stare, doesn't he? He just stopped, turned around, looked over his shoulder, and Cade Renoy, I reckon he just did not make eye contact, just walked away.
He's ran to the far side, now is hiding behind the light tower. As the boundary throwing comes in, Sala got some good numbers back. Desson gives it straight to Butcher, out the back now. This is Renoy, has another flying shot at goal, and this one goes out of bounds on the full, so a couple of poor shots or decision-making there by young Kane Renoy.
It was under a bit of pressure. It's going to be Quirk that'll take the free kick for Sale, deep, just alongside his defensive point post, just waiting for the ball to come back from going over the fence there. I noticed, I spoke about at the start, Geishan starting high up on a wing. It's leaving the likes of Fife and Jordan Descent free for Sale. So Sale need to make use of those free players if they're going to have any impact going forward.
Quirk kicks it long, looking for his tall ruckman in Lippman. They can't mark, and now he gets the handball across to Gooch. He goes backwards now. This time it comes out to Brad Olsen. He around the corner, he plays on. His left foot kicks a poor one. No one's down there. And taking an unopposed mark was Sam Walker of Maffra, who squares it up. Finds his teammate in Hutz. Come laterally did. Now he goes down the line. This is Renoy again. Cade Renoy in that far wing. He's a long way away from Darren Sheen. He might kick it to him, I reckon and he does. Look at that. Sheen's on a long lead. It went to him. They come back underneath him, though. Lots of numbers there. Sheen's happy to see this one go out of bounds. And it didn't matter where he was going to kick that one to Darren Sheen.
You called Brad Olsen as well, coming off the half-back line for Sale. There was 4 Maffra players by themselves. Sale pushed all their forwards right up the ground, had no one to kick to up forward. Kennedy
wins the clearance for Sale. He kicks it to a true wing. Hutz is back there for Maffra, as is Fleming, and they're happy to see it go out of bounds. Some key stat winners early on, 9 minutes into this first quarter.
Tom Hams, 2 kicks, 2 handballs, 4 disposals there, and Cade Renoy, 3 kicks at the moment.
On the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard, scores are level here at Sale. It's 1 straight 6 apiece. The boundary throwing on the far side. No one can win the possession. It goes out of bounds, and we'll do this one again. Troy Makepeace.
Yes, we will. We'll see the big men go at it again in Noble and Lippman. Lippman wins this one, taps it down, but it falls straight to Walker. Dodges one tackle, kicks a scrappy kick forward. There's that lone man, Fife. He cops a nasty bounce. Connolly gets a handball off there, goes inside 50. Sheen's got a lot of work to do at ground level. He's strong. He stays over the ball nicely. Gathers, picks on his left, goes over his shoulder, and just gets knocked through for a behind.
Yeah, good work. As you said, it was great. He had a lot of work to do on the ground level, but he did really well and just misses. But it takes the lead here for the Eagles. They lead it by 1 point as Chris Laverty kicks in, and that kick's going to drop short. It allows Maffra to come in. Now Sale have got a few good numbers. Pitch, though, that was picked off by Danny O'Brien. Handballs over the top to Connolly. His kick was partially smothered. Comes down now to, that was Jackson Scott, who's back on the ground after that big hit early on, which is good to see.
It is very good to see. Didn't look too flashy. Like I said, he come over off on his own accord, but he's up running around and now lining up onto Josh Kennedy.
Another boundary throw in as we see. Sale are very high with their press at the moment, putting pressure on the Maffra forwards. Sam Descent goes in. There's a free kick's going to be paid. Two Sale guys have tackled. Jake Rowe Duggan. They're slow to get up over there. No, they're all okay. It looks like they're just holding him down. So Jake Rowe Duggan's got the free kick. His first touch for the afternoon here at Sale, where Maffra currently lead at 1-1-7, leading Sale by 1 goal.
Look down at the scoreboard at Paul Carter's windsock that he's pointed out for us. It's
more like a dental floss.
Strong breeze. He's going to be kicking into this breeze. It's going to be a tough kick from where he is. Let's see what happens here with Rowe Duggan.
Kicks to the top of the line. There's a touch on the line. It's going to go forced over. It is a tough one to get. I'll give you that one.
These hyphenated names.
Jake Rowe Duggan it was, who put it a little bit short. He was only 40 metres out from goal. He didn't quite make the distance.
Straight into that breeze, though, Scud.
Okay, righto, we'll let him off on this occasion. You would have nailed it, Makey. As Laverty kicks in, gets it outside 50 again, but again, no one's out there except for Bedggood, who drops the mark he should have taken. He gathers now, his right foot kick around the body. Jake Rowe Duggan overruns it. He gets another chance, picks it up, handballs out the back to Fleming, slaps it on his boot. Sheen comes out, crashes the pack in the back. It's called a contest, umpire. And Sheen lets him know that as well.
I thought it was there. I thought the free kick was there, mate.
Righto.
Did he make a genuine attempt to go for the ball?
Looked like it to me. That's what forwards do, crash packs.
Typical.
Sale won the free kick. They got it out towards Morrison on the outer wing. Kicks down to half forward. Up they go. No one there again, Makey. That's twice in a row.
Yep.
James Reed for Maffra takes an unopposed mark. Sale are very high, aren't they?
They are. They need to have someone, an anchor point there, someone to kick to.
Here's the turnover. Lowers the eyes, goes to Graham, who gets collared. That should have been a free kick. Porter picks it up. Oh, great tackle, Gooch. That's holding the ball. Gooch is going to get the free kick. Outside 50. He's a long way out from goal, but there's no one in the goal square. He's just going to wait. Graham's right next to him, pushed into the goals. He's got nowhere to go. John Gooch. Now a lead comes. Is it Quirk? Up they go.
Kennedy.
No, it's Kennedy. Good work. Well done by Gooch. He just held onto the football long enough, didn't he?
Yeah, you're spot on. You called it. You look even there now, Scud, there's 4-2 Maffra players deep inside the square. Sale's forward 50. And Gooch just held the ball up really nicely, was patient and waited for an opportunity. Kennedy provided the lead.
So Kennedy's going to have a shot, 51 metres out from goal. Starts it right. Is he going to get the distance? Comes back nicely. I think it's there. No. Play on. Right in the goal mouth. Rush it over, Maffra. They try. Sale get numbers back. My ball, says the umpire, right on the goal line. It was bending back
like
nicely.
It went through from here, didn't it?
It did. It was very close. Up they go. They need to kill this one, Maffra. Sale jump on it. Kennedy again. Right foot snap is a cracker. And that is another Bob Jane T-mark goal of the day as Kennedy puts through Sale second for the afternoon. And we have had two great goals, and they, of course, thanks to Bob Jane T-mark Rogan by 3 Continental tyres and get the fourth one free.
Kennedy's really started this game electric at the moment. He's been involved in quite a few occasions. Gooch again involved in that ruck contest. Maffra had an opportunity to knock it through for a point in that ball up in the square there. Gooch did the right thing, brought the ball back into play. Kennedy was there and snapped a beautiful goal off his right to get Sale in front, 2 goals to 1.
The Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard at half-yearly clearance ends Tuesday with massive last-minute deals this weekend. Sale have gained the lead at the 14-minute mark of the first term, 2 goals straight 12. Maffra 1 goal to 8.
Ronison won the free kick in the middle of the ground. He pumped it long, but again, Maffra's defence is very good. A good mark on that occasion by Coleman. He switches it out wide to find Hutz. Still in defensive 50 for the Eagles, they are. They go short. That's a nice little neat kick. Finds his teammate. This is Jackson Scott again. He goes out wide. This is Reed out there. So Reed gathers now. Now they've got the link up. It's Bedgood on the half-back flank. He can run and carry, but he decides to kick it down towards Bathalia, who doesn't mark, and that's a strong mark over the top. Well taken, this by Nick Mason there of the Sale side.
Mason kicks a nice little chip over the top to Ty Morrison on true wing at the moment. Wheels around inside. A long kick to the top of the square. Connolly's got the box seat here, and he takes an uncontested mark. Plays on quickly, goes back almost in directly to Ty Morrison. It's a contest out wide. Petro keeps his feet nicely. Feeds the ball back to Geishan, who slips over. Sale could be away here, and it is
Mason.
Nick Mason picks the ball up, gets tripped almost, and the ball dribbles over the line for a boundary throw in on the outer wing.
Yeah, it's a good build. It was they were lucky then, I suppose, Sale, when Geishan slipped over. So we've got a boundary throw in on the half-forward flank for Sale as they build. Good tap by Trav Ronaldson. Comes to Martin, who gets cleaned up after the play. They'll be on again. Martin gets up and gives him one. There's a free kick downfield. Makey, you watch the blue.
Yeah.
Jason Graham's got the free kick right on 50. He plays on. Kicks from 52 metres. It goes high in the air. Gooch is there. Works his play underneath it. Has two bites. He butters up. Right foot kick right on the goal line. And that, my friend, is 3 goals for Sale and 3 Bob Jane T-Mart contenders for goal of the day. Have you ever seen 3 goals kicked in an opening quarter that have been unbelievable?
No, I haven't. You called it at the start of the game. You said with the forward lines both teams have, we could see plenty of opportunity for goal of the day, the Bob Jane T-Mart goal of the day, and we've had 3 in the first 16 minutes. Unbelievable.
10-point margin in Sale's favour on the Harvey Norman Computers Gippsland scoreboard. The half-yearly clearance ends Tuesday with massive last-minute deals this weekend. Sale 3 straight 18, Maffra 1-2-8.
Sale are off to a fly. They win the clearance again. This time Martin, they're on top of the Eagles at the moment. That quick clearing kick out in the half-forward flank. Doesn't find anyone except grass, and it runs towards the boundary line and goes out of bounds. And what we thought, they were just blazing away early, but every opportunity. How many inside 50s for the Sale side?
They've had 5 so far.
5 inside 50 with 3
goals.
Miraculous goals. Unbelievable. They're taking every opportunity as it comes at the moment, as they've got a ball up about 55 metres out from attacking goal for the Magpies. So Ronaldson goes up, gets his hands on it first, comes to ground. Martin's there, gets pushed over. Tom Hams is there also for the Sale side, but too many numbers, and they work the footy over the boundary line.
We spoke about the Maffra forwards, how they push up really high. We've got Connolly obviously in the ruck at the moment, but we've also got Bedgood really, really high at the moment at a half-back flank, playing as a high forward.
Boundary thrown again. Connolly this time wins front spot, but only as far as Morrison. He puts it on the boot, right to the goal square. Hutz comes out to meet a good tackle. Play on, says the umpire. Kennedy's there. So is Fleming. No one can mark. Now Adams picks it up. No, he doesn't. He just shuffles it forward. It's out to 50 now. Jake Rowe-Duggan, nice little sidestep. Gathers. Kicks it out wide. This is Michael Coleman. Can he gather the football? He does. Outside 50. Left foot kicks. A bit of an ordinary one. It's going to get there. No, contest. Out of bounds. And right in front of the grandstand here, the opposition, or the Sale coach's box. Maffra coach's box, I should say. We've got a boundary throw in at the 18-minute mark of this first quarter.
And we've also spoken about Sale's high forward line, but their forward line pressure when they do have numbers down there has been fantastic.
Rowe-Duggan slipped, didn't have the football. Another tackle there on Walker as a ball up. The umpire crosses his arms and balls it up. Half-forward flank attacking side for Sale. Up they go. Lippman gets it down. Rowe-Duggan's in first. Puts his head down and runs through it. Loses the football, though. He's going to get a free kick. He did all the hard work. Deserved that one. In the back. A handball is an ordinary one to Porter. He's got to stretch and get it. Now he does. Kicks it out in the fronting, running there is Michael Coleman. He's got 3 to beat. Can he do it? No, he can't. Jordan Dow sets there. Nick Mason is there for Sale, as Jason Graham just limps off. A bit proppy at the moment.
Yeah, I'll try and keep an eye on that for you.
Makey down on the boundary. Oh, no, you're not today. That's right. We are Wongless this afternoon. He's had a road trip down to Melbourne. Check out our Facebook page, Gippsland Live, for Wonga's new vehicle. He sold the Winnebago, and he downgraded to a little Mini Minor. Problem is, his head doesn't fit in the car.
Cut a hole in the roof.
As Porter wins this contest on the far side. Now Butcher collects the footy, picks it up on the second bite. Handball over the top. This time it gets across to Danny O'Brien. His kick goes up and down in the air. Has to camp underneath it. That's a good mark. And that's, can't quite catch who that is on that far side. Could be Butcher, might be O'Brien as well. The footy comes inboard now, looking for Sheen on the lead, who has got rid of the long sleeves because it's a beautiful afternoon here at Sale. The sun is out and Darren Sheen's taken marks in front of his eyes.
Just to clarify who that was there for you, it was Cade Renoy, who won a free kick after Tom Hams was just a bit too eager to get a spoil on. But Renoy, beautiful pass to Sheen. He'll line up from about 30 metres out, almost directly in front.
So in he comes, he steps inside 50 on a nice little walk, just taking his time on a Sunday afternoon here at Sale. Right foot kick starts at left, is coming, it hits the post as Sheen doesn't open up his account for the afternoon. Would you say they're kicking with the breeze, Makey?
I would say they're kicking slightly into the breeze.
Slightly into the breeze. It is hard to see. That dental floss is moving around what is normally known as a windsock. However, bit hard to see. And again, Laverty kicks it out. They've got no options out there as Bedgegood takes the mark outside 50 for Maffra. Looking to... They've got lots of numbers back, Sale. They've got nowhere to go, so Bedgegood's just going to bomb it. Watch Sheen crash this pack. Up he goes. No, this time he leaves it for Petro. Comes to ground. Connolly handballs across. It comes to Bathalia. Bathalia kicks it to Sheen. He's going to go back with a flight. He can't do it. Coming in the other way. Very well done was Tom Hams of Sale, who kicks it back to that far side now. Out the front there is Jordan Dowsett, who handballs across to Kane Martin. He takes him on. Left foot down the line. Out in the front there is the running Brad Olsen, who gathers and then runs out of bounds. They're probably happy to see that because he had no one in forward 50, even if he did kick that one.
Yeah, he would have had a lot of work to do. Obviously a clear directive for Sale as they're coming outside defensive 50 to go to that far side to make it a bit more difficult for Maffra bringing the ball back inside 50.
Boundary throw in on the half-forward flank for Sale as they build. Running back there this time, it's Olsen again. Keeps it inboard. Yes, he does. Now he delivers in 50. No leading option. Fleming comes out. Handballs across to his teammate in Hutz, who gives it back to Adams. Adams kicks it down the line. Can't mark O'Brien, and that's a good mark on the outer wing. Is that Collins out there? Is it Ollie Collins?
Dowsett, maybe.
Dowsett or Collins, one of those two. They look very similar. Kicks it inboard, finds a teammate. This is Jesse Collins. Still outside 50, a long way from home. Looking for the leads. Ronaldson comes out, so does Gooch over the back. Gooch is there, works his play underneath at ground level. No one can gather except for Butcher. Gives it to Fleming, who gives it out to Danny Bedgegood. Who the run and carry now. Now the turnover comes back to Jesse Collins. Gives it back now to Will Stevenson. He goes into the forward line. Olsen can't mark. Maffra's under pressure. Handball goes astray. Numbers there on the ground for Maffra. They favour him. Hutz gets it. Delivers out boards. In they come. Crack. Good mark. Great work by, that is James Reid on the far side for Maffra.
Reid plays on outside, out on the outer wing out there for Maffra. Kicks the ball inside. It's a scrappy kick. Connolly got to do a lot of work down at ground level. Overruns the ball and it falls out to Sale in Descent to clear for Sale and kicks a nice pass inside to Josh Kennedy. Kennedy plays on. That is a terrible kick. There was
a whistle. Everyone stopped. And the umpire said play on. So I don't know what went on there.
That's definitely a whistle.
That is the whistle.
The only thing I can think of is he might have been a bit delayed in paying the mark to Kennedy when he marked the ball inside the centre square there.
I reckon you're spot on there, Makey. That was exactly what was happening, I think. But everyone seemed to stop after that. So Lippman and Noble just gets it at his feet. No one's there. Now they can. They whip it out the back to Heavyside. He goes short to Renoy. Nice little mark, 70 metres out. Goes long. Sheen's in a good spot here. Works his play underneath it. It's going to sit up for him, does it? No, he works it back the other way. Coming in to help. Good work. That was by the Sale teammate there. And that's holding the football. And if that is red hot, as Sheen just locked it in.
I reckon Sheen's done the perfect thing. Didn't dive in and give away an easy free kick. He waited for the Sale player to go to ground. Which was Mason. And stood over the top and tackled him. Exactly what some of these new rules are trying to be implemented. Sheen could have quite easily dived in and taken his head off.
You're the immortal in this commentary team. I'll certainly listen to you, Troy, mate.
I don't mind that call.
So Sheen's going to come in looking for his first for the afternoon. In he comes. He starts this one. It's a shocking kick, and he's had one. That was 25 metres out from goal, and he kicks it out of bounds on the full, and he's hit the post. So not the Darren Sheen we know. I'm sure that it's just around the corner his first. The short kick for Sale goes to Jordan Descent. He's got an option out here in wide in Corey Oliver. He doesn't go to him. So he's hard up against his defensive point post at the moment. He's going to have to go down the line. They're looking for a stoppage. Gooch is here for a couple of smalls. He tries to spoil Gooch. Now the numbers, it falls down to the ground. This is Ollie Collins. Handballs across now to the running Morrison. His right foot kick down the line. There's only one there. Brad Olsen got to work. Huts underneath it. Working hard. Picked up nicely this time by Jesse Collins. Gets tackled, and Maffra's got some numbers through Sam Fleming, who kicks to Trent Noble right at centre half back. Play on, says the umpire. So he goes back to Sam Fleming. His short little kick's a nice, neat one. Finds Reed, who gives it back to Fleming. Goes out wide. Collision. No. Good mark. This time by Michael Coleman. Plays on true centre wing. Left foot kick. Trying to find David Adams. Slips over. Slips out now the football to Connolly. Connolly handballs out in the front of running Butcher. Butcher, they build. They're about 80 metres out. Delivers inside 50 to Sheen, who, again, Sheen stops on a threepence and stares down his teammate. Just not delivering the football nicely at the moment to him.
No, and they almost put themselves, they're trying to move it too quick, Maffra are, and just turning the ball over or giving away scrappy disposals.
The Harvey Norman Gippsland computer scoreboard. The half-yearly clearance ends Tuesday with massive last-minute deals this weekend. It's a 9-point margin in Sale's favour. 3 goals straight 18. Maffra 1-3-9. We've played 25.5 minutes.
And there's been a free kick given on the outer 50 there. It's played on quickly. Feeds the ball back. Kicks inside to Connolly. He marks the ball very wide out on the boundary, kicking into the breeze. Kicks it to the top of the square. Set up for Sheen. And
lots of numbers.
Knocked down from the contest and hits the goalpost, and it'll be a kick in for Sale Laverty. Let's see what he can do with this kick in.
If he kicks it wide,
I reckon he's going to go wide.
He's going to go wide.
To the outer side.
Wide to the outer side. There's no numbers out there again. Don't go out there, Chris. He's going to kick it again, and he does. He goes out wide again. If this is the third time in a row that Maffra marked, they don't mark this one. They got numbers out there though. Coleman gets it. Obviously, it's a key, but Sale players aren't getting over there. Clearly, that's the way they want to go, Makey, but they're just not working hard to get there.
You've called it. From 4 behinds, they've kicked the ball out there 4 times, and Sale still have about half of their team on this near side here.
Now they get the clearance from the boundary throw, and it's only a quick, scrubby kick to the outer wing, and it goes out of bounds, and this is where they can reset. On the far side now, as numbers start to push back, still Graham's very high at the moment. They've got no one in their side their forward 50. If Sale get this one, Olsen was there. Putting his head over footy was Ollie Collins as well. Good tackle by Geishan. Comes out the back to Danny Butcher, who puts it on his boot. Gets it to the top of the 50. Good work by Petro. Handballs over the top. That's a free kick. Morrison got one over the shoulder, and he's going to get... No, it's not Morrison back there. Could be Jordan Dowsett maybe on that occasion. It is Joel Wallace who delivered on the far wing. This is Jesse Collins out there. They look a little bit different with their pink and white stripes. Of course, today's day, right on the quarter-time siren at the 27-minute mark of this first quarter. Sale lead it by 8 points on the Harvey Norman Gippsland computer scoreboard. And the score is 18-10 at the moment as they just take it off the score for us. An 8-point margin. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM with thanks to Isuzu Ute Gippsland, Victorian Regional Dealer of the Year in 2014. They're on the Princess Highway to Elgin, LMCT 10285. And crappy sort of affair in terms of clean possession, but certainly once it does get wide, they can move it football fairly well. As the second quarter gets underway here at Sale, Noble goes up, gets it only as far as Lippman. His right foot kick deep into the goal line. He kicked it the wrong way, I think he did. Yes, he did, as it's inside Maffra's forward 50. A danger. It's going to cost him a goal. Jake Rowe Duggan checks side on his outside of his boot, the right foot, and it bounces the wrong way as Jack Lippman just cleared the footy out, kicking it towards Maffra's end.
That was a Monticella's big moment. Grab Bundy and Rum and Smirnoff vodka, 700ml bottles, both $32 each. Because Big Jab Lippman, that was a massive play of the day, going the wrong way.
Yeah, does take a little while for Ruckman to get it from hand to foot. But on that occasion, he did butter up very nicely. They kick it out from full back, and they've got the footy now on the outer wing. And it occasionally does happen, doesn't it?
My problem there is I put that down as a Sale centre clearance.
So Sale centre clearance, but an inside 50 for Maffra. In the opening 1 minute of play here in the second quarter. Now Lippman slaps it forward. Good tap by him. Comes to Bedgegood though of Maffra. Gets it only as far as Kane Martin. He shrugs the tackle. They go backwards. Sam Descent ducks the shoulder. Gets caught with the football. Comes back to Porter now of Maffra. Kicks it inside towards 50, but Ty Morrison is back there. No, sorry, Jordan Descent is back there for Sale, who takes the mark in his defensive 50. He goes short, and he's found his teammate. This time it's Corey Oliver. Still inside defensive 50 for Sale. They've played reasonably well taking every opportunity as it comes. His kick is a turnover, though. Poor one. Cal Porter gets it on the half-forward flank, goes short. His is a turnover. Goes to Chris Laverty. So a couple of sloppy errors from both sides.
Yeah, and that was one of the things that was spoken about by both huddles at quarter time, just to clean up their skill errors as well.
So it comes down to, you get down to the huddle, did you, Makey?
I did. It took me a while to get my breath back on the way back up.
Hence why we didn't talk to you before the opening bounce of the second quarter. So it goes back in now, this time Ollie Collins. He took the mark. And
he played on, but the first tackle was just a bit too overzealous and went over the shoulder. Very, very lucky there was Ollie Collins.
So he was lucky. Ollie Collins, Graham makes a bit of a lead. He's got two opponents down there. Here he goes again. Should go to him, but he ignores him. Goes over the top. Poor option by Ollie Collins. He got 3 to beat now, and the favours in Maffra as Bedgood picks it up, kicks it on the outer wing and finds heavy side. He then now goes short, up in the air a little bit. Petro's got to work. 2 bites, 3 bites, 4 bites, and that's a good mark by Petro under pressure from Nick Mason.
Yeah, big ask there for Mason to play on Petro. We know how good Petro can lead up and provide that lead-up target for Maffra, and that certainly shone there. This is a nice mark out on the wing by Joel Wallace. Plays on inside to find Corey Oliver.
Kicks it
Oliver
up
goes wide again, even wider for Quirk. Gets a nice bounce. Cal Porter put a little bit of pressure on. Quirk's got enough time to kick it forward up to the wing. Josh Kennedy leads the way. Scrappy kick forward, but it's going to be Batali who will fix this one up for Maffra. No, he doesn't. He fumbles, turns the ball over. Kennedy puts the pressure on. But Davey Adams provides a nice tackle there just to make up for Batalia's little error. That could have been costly for Maffra.
No, you were right, Makey. He had plenty of time to gather the football, and it just come off his shin. And then all of a sudden, he was under enormous pressure.
Quick injury update for Fife for Sale. He's gone for the rest of the game, off with a quad injury.
Oh, that's not what they want. So quick kick forward again. Gooch runs onto it, crashes through the pack. He's just got to finish now. Right foot kick and bouncing through. And
4 from 4.
Unbelievable. We have had 4 goals for the Sale side. They have kicked 4 goals straight here at Sale, and every 4 goals have been unbelievable. Another one, hard on the point post. There's a bouncing through.
That is I'm speechless. Gooch has provided 2 of the classiest goals you'll see, not only in football, but from a ruckman, mind you, or key centre-half forward. That goal there was absolutely fantastic. Gets tackled as he's going down with the tackle, slaps it on the boot from the point post, and dribbles the ball nicely through for a fantastic goal for Sale.
And the East Coast Plum Tech scoreboard, local people, local support there in Maffra, Sale, Bairnsdale Lakes entrance. We're 4 minutes into the second quarter. Sale 4 straight 24, leading Maffra 1-5-11.
Noble won the clearance, kicked it the right way inside his forward 50, and we're going to ball up at about 45 metres out from Maffra's goal.
On the injury update as well, we spoke about Graham coming off the ground. He's fine. It was just a knock that he was recovering from.
Very good. So Martin tried the clearance, couldn't go anywhere. And another ball up 49 metres out from Maffra's goal. Boys, certainly not the start we expected from Maffra. They've had 1-5. Sheen's kicked out of bounds on the full and hit the post. What do they need to do to wrestle this momentum back?
They've got to clean up their skill errors. They've got plenty of times where they're going forward, whether it's decision-making or just not executing their skills. They need to clean up in both of those areas, and look out Sale if they do get that going, because we know how lethal Maffra can be once they're up and about.
Paul Carter, any key stats that are sort of shining out at you in terms of where the difference might be between the two at the minute?
Well, early in the second quarter, Kane Martin's come out with 3 kicks and a handball, 4 possessions in the first 5 minutes. So I think he's in for a good quarter.
So inside 50s?
Inside 50s, 2 to Sale, 3 to Maffra.
Yeah, so nothing really there, as it could be just that skill error. They just need to sharpen up. The pressure's been good. This is Sam Descent for Sale. He kicks it on the boot and he goes out of bounds on the full.
Give you 1 clearance as a going Sale's way 4-1 at this stage.
Yeah, I have sort of felt they've been a little bit harder around the packs, haven't they?
Yeah, they certainly have. And another thing that both coaches mentioned at quarter time was playing that outer side. They wanted to obviously defend that side, but they certainly want to attack coming this side of the ground, the broadcast side of the ground, the grandstand side of the ground. But yeah, we've seen the ball constantly over the other side as we see Sale bring the ball back into the corridor. Let's see what happens from here, where their build-up's going to go. They're certainly looking that way.
Corey Oliver goes short. True centre-half back for Jordan Descent, who comes wider again. Now they look to attack. Quirk's got it, but he just slows things up again. He hasn't really got anyone working for him, except for Mason, but he doesn't go there. So Maffra have done well just to push back. So Quirk's kick is a bit up in the air. It's going to be a contest on the wing. Jordan Descent worked really hard after getting that initial possession. Comes to Collins again. Mason again, that was. Quick kick, though, by Geishan forward, only as far as Andrew Quirk. Now he's got to run on the outside. It is Lippman, the ruckman. He's got plenty of space out there on true centre wing. He looks up, goes forward. Ronaldson's down there. Gets worked under the football by Hutz. Hutz did well, kept his feet, gathers the football. Handball's now out to Danny Butcher on the defensive 50. His kick is going to find Cade Renoy on the half-back flank for Maffra. This is a better build-up. They've got a player out there leading hard. It's Petro. Does it get to him? He does. That was a good 60, 70-metre lead by Petro. This is a better build-up by the Eagles. But the kick, where's it going to go? To Noble direction. Can't mark. Great mark coming across the front with Nick Mason.
Yeah, fantastic. Read the ball really well. Noble was free on the outer half-forward flank there for Maffra, but Mason read that and ran from almost inside his 50 and cut that ball off nicely. Kennedy flies high, gathers the ball when he hits the ground. It's scrappy over there on the outer side as Lambourne locks the ball up, and it should be a ball up, and it is. The umpire calls for a ball up on that outer wing. As we see again, that ball on the outer side. With Travis Ronaldson at quarter time, said wants Sale players to recognise and understand when to go fast and when to go slow. We noticed that back here when Quirk had the ball, he held the ball up and tried to wait for something to eventuate. Nothing did. And then the second kick that got kicked out by Geishan, he had the opportunity to go fast forward there and had big Jack Lippman free inside the centre square. But again, they didn't have many options up forward.
Bit of stat-free football at the moment, boys. The umpire's throwing it up and nothing's happening.
Yeah, absolutely. Still nothing happening. Free kick has been paid by the umpire with Sam Descent out there on the halfback. He goes backwards on this occasion. Just in front of Corey Oliver, who squares it up again. Jordan Descent, he just hit that kick. His skills have been a little bit off today. This is a better kick. Jordan Descent finds his Joel Wallace. He's got Mason running for him. He collects it on the wing, plays on. Butcher's there. Handball's over the top. Now the run comes. He turns the afterburners on. Jordan Dowsett, we know he's got some pace. He gets collared. Hasn't got the football close to the fence. The umpire says he is out of bounds. We'll ball it up in attacking 50 for Sale.
Yeah, Michael Coleman just did enough to get a hand in and grab that jumper of Dowsett. Otherwise, he was free.
So from the stoppage, Ronaldson goes up. Good tap towards his goal. Anyone running there? Gooch comes out. Can't quite pick it up. Falls in the hands there of Will Stevenson. They go in again. Ronaldson puts on a strong tackle. And the umpire says we'll ball this one up.
Do you ever get that feeling now, every time Gooch goes near the ball, you just wonder what he's going to do?
Every time Sale kick a goal, we're expecting a Bob Jane T-Mark goal of the day. From the stoppage, here we go. Down the hands of Dowsett. Didn't quite get it. Now strong tackle there. Comes out the back of the pack. Little chip over. Ronaldson gets collared. Maffra's under big pressure. Deep in the forward line. Free kick's going to be paid. And this is going towards Sale. It's going to go to Travis Ronaldson, who didn't have the football, and they really come at him pretty hard. But Ronaldson, I reckon, head out cross to the past players' hill, Trav, and put this through as a banana or something, because this is going to be straightforward.
I think he might miss because I can't see this being a Bob Jane T-Mark goal of the day.
It could be a drop kick. Travis Ronaldson comes in. He's directly in front of us. We've got a good angle of this. Left foot kick is a beautiful one. And Travis Ronaldson, the coach of the Magpies, has put through their 5th straight goal for the afternoon.
Yeah, 5 straight for Sale. Ronaldson finishing off nicely there. Pretty fortunate, I believe, to get that free kick. It was Battaglia who put the pressure on, the tackle on. The pressure was very intense inside the 50 for Sale. Maffra really intent with their tackling pressure, but the umpire deemed that Battaglia just held on a little bit too long in a tackle. But I thought it was almost as if Ronaldson fell onto Battaglia as they both went to ground.
We're 10 minutes into the second quarter on the East Coast Plumtech scoreboard. Local people, local support there in Maffra, Sale Bairnsdale Lakes entrance. Sale 5 straight 30, Maffra 1-5-11.
Hams win the clearance for Sale, kicks it forward, down over the back. This is Stephenson. His little dribbling kick is bouncing. Of course it's going to bounce through for a goal.
Why wouldn't Goose just jump up and do a big scissor kick or something and kick that through?
That was still another good goal, and Will Stevenson gets on the board for the afternoon. He kicked 3 goals last week, and he opens up his account for this wonderful Sunday afternoon for Sale and Maffra, and in all sorts of trouble.
Sale just kicking away now, 6 straight to 1 goal 5, and almost putting the game beyond, I won't say beyond doubt, it's too early to call that, but fantastic start for the game.
The East Coast Plumtech scoreboard, local people, local supporter in Maffra, Sale Bairnsdale Lakes entrance, 6 straight is Maffra's score, Sale's score. They're 25 points in front of Maffra, who are 1-5-11.
Roe Duggan won the clearance for Maffra, got it out towards Heaviside on the half-forward flank. Geishan's there. Handballs across to Roe Duggan again. He's got to get going. He's kicked, delivery to the forward line. Bed's good on a lead. Drops what he should have taken. Now Quirk's there. They go back. Mason's also there. Morrison head over the football. Quirk again. He's on the bottom of the pack. And the umpire balls it up. Gee, Bedgood should have marked that one.
Yeah, and they're the little things that I guess I was talking about earlier on. They're little skill errors. That was a straightforward mark for Bedgood. Should have been lined up for goal. Instead, we've got a ball up deep inside 50 as it comes out to Geishan. Geishan can't quite finish off. It was a tough angle.
If it had been Sale, they would have nailed that one. Check side from the boundary.
It goes through for Maffra's 6 behind for the day, and it'll be Sale to Laverty again to kick the ball in for Sale. This time he does go long to the outer wing. Kane Martin find himself free. He kicks over the top to find Jesse Collins. Collins marks on a wing, plays on inside, back to Martin. Martin over the top to Hams. Hams back to Martin. They work the ball out nice. It's scrappy, but it's nice. It comes inside, back to
Collins. Goes in forward to Graham.
Gets held on.
Free kick.
That's a free kick. Just held onto the arm there in James Reid.
And 50. Someone said something. I'm not sure who it was, but the 50 was paid instantly as that free kick, and no one's on the man of the mark. Jason Graham at the 12-minute mark is about to walk in.
Go up and do a back heel,
and put Sale in front by 30 points. That's right, Sale are in front by 30 points at the 13-minute mark of this second quarter in the TRFM Gippsland League Round 10 action.
They're flying at the moment. Sale winning in all areas of the ground. Brought the ball through nicely from a kicking, went coast to coast. Did turn a little bit scrappy on the outer wing there with Collins and Martin, but they worked the ball through eventually in the end. Came to Graham, one-on-one inside 50, and you're going to try everything you can to try and beat Jason Graham. That time, James Reid just a bit too overzealous and gave away the free kick.
And the East Coast Pump Tech scoreboard, local people, local support in Maffra, Sale, Bairnsdale, Lakes Entrance. Sale are now 7 straight 42 to Maffra at 1-6-12 margin, 30 points at the 13-minute mark.
They're trying everything at the moment, are the Eagles. Darren Sheen's gone into the middle, just trying to throw his weight around. But again, Sale win the clearance. Jordan Dowsett got ran from behind. Ollie Collins it was, and that was a good tackle, a great chase down from the back. And is that
Sam Walker?
Sam Walker, a great tackle. And that could be the spark that they need for the Eagles. They need something. He got called to play on. He delivered nicely. Oh, he dropped mark. Roe Duggan's there, though. Steps around him. He's had a good quarter, Roe Duggan. Out to Battaglia. Battaglia gives it back to Roe Duggan. Spinning. Now handballs to Jackson Scott, who goes across to Walker. His right foot kick goes long. Out they come. Sheen's there. He's got 2 to beat. It lands in his lap. He can't quite get it out. Bedgood there. Throwing the football, holding the ball. I thought he did that. He had a couple on him, tackled under enormous pressure.
Call. I didn't see it, but
it sort of oozed out, didn't it?
Yeah, my spot was a bit better than your spot, Makey. That's all. Quirk's got the free kick on in the back line for Sale. He goes square again. Finds Corey Oliver. Now his kicks have been a bit ordinary today, and again this is going to be a turnover. A poor kick, turnover. Heavy sides there. Oliver's getting a little bit of the football, Corey Oliver, but he's just turning it over.
Yeah, and against a side like Maffra, you don't want to give the ball back very easily.
Not there.
He's certainly not there, but in saying that, Maffra aren't hurting Sale on their turnovers like they usually do to opposition teams.
Up they go again. Lippman just puts a big fist on it, gains about 15 metres. It's going to go out of bounds. But another boundary throw in front of the social rooms here at Sale at the 15-minute mark of this second quarter. It's a 30-point margin in favour of Sale. 7 straight 42. The second place Maffra under enormous pressure at the moment. 1-6-12. This time they win the clearance. It's through Sheen. Gives it back to David Adams. Adams handballs across to Noble. Takes him on. Tries to get the handball out. He can't. He's got Sale numbers everywhere. They look very different in their pink and white strips today. But the quick kick by Heaviside goes towards Petro. He can't mark. Now it comes out the back to Renoy. His right foot shot and goal on the boundary. That is a great goal, and that is a spark they need as the second goal comes after their first at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter. They get their second at the 16-minute mark of the second quarter.
This game is just oozing goal of the day thanks to Bob Jane T-Marts. Buy 3 Continental tyres, get the 4th free, because that was a fantastic goal. That was a tough angle by Cade Renoy. Finished off fantastically. We've been 15 and a half minutes into the second quarter, and we've had 9 goals for the game. 5 of them Bob Jane T-Mar's goal of the day.
They have been unbelievable.
And the East Coast Plumtech scoreboard, local people, local support in Maffra, Sale, Bairnsdale Lakes entrance. Now reads Sale 7 straight 42, 24 points in front of Maffra, 2-6-18. We've played 16 minutes into the second quarter.
Hams won the clearance for Sale, got towards Olsen at centre forward. The young fella did well. Handball across now to Kennedy. He's got space. Right foot picked up, kicked it out of bounds on the full. And exciting play. This game has got everything at the moment because we know how good Maffra are, and Sale has certainly taken up to them at the moment. 24-point margin in favour of the Magpies at the 16.5-minute mark.
Do you have the centre clearances there, Paul? It just seems like Sale seem to be dominating the centre clearances.
Yeah, 4-2, but they've won the last 3.
And if you've just rolled into the ground, you look at Sale wearing a pink and white strip. It is because of the Footprints Foundation. We spoke to Kane Jackson, the president of the foundation there. They are a fantastic organisation, support mechanism for local women and families within the Sale district, currently undergoing treatment for breast cancer. Make sure you dip into your pocket this afternoon and support that wonderful foundation as the football is on the outer wing.
Geishan feeds the ball inside 50, finds Butcher just outside of 50, Butcher plays on, wheels inside, kicks it to the top of the square, and it's, great spoil, but Roe Duggan there's picked the ball up. Doesn't go, yes it does, just beats him out of bounds as he picked the ball up. A lot of hard work there for Darren Sheen at the moment, running back with the flight of the ball, but I think it might have been Jordan Desan who put a really good spoil on to nullify that inside 54.
Jake Roe Duggan's had a good quarter for the Eagles, but again, we want to see him get on the scoreboards. He's good from stoppages. Watch him here. Up they go. Ronaldson gets it. Straight down, though. Comes back to Ronaldson. Sam Destin's there. So's Sheen and Roe Duggan's trying to steal the footy. And the umpire says, no one's taken it except me, boys, and I'll ball this one up.
Very seldom have we seen Maffra get clear possession at the moment. They like to be out running free out on the wings, but Sale are just putting them under enormous pressure.
They certainly are. The around the grounds thanks to Solomon's Floor, and there's not many games going on today, but we will keep you up to date with the big game between Carlton and the Gold Coast Suns in the AFL. That game is due to kick off in about 5 minutes' time, so we'll keep you up to date with that score as well here on TRFM as Trent Noble takes an unopposed mark on the wing here for Maffra in front of us. As they reload, he goes to about 30 metres out. It's an ordinary helicopter sort of kick, and the only one back there is for Sale, and that's taken by Joel Wallace, who goes out wide this time again to Corey Oliver. He's finding space out there. How's this kick? That's a better one. Finds his teammate in Nick Mason outside.
He's done
50.
really well as well, playing on Petro, I think, and that high lead-up role. Really done a really good job of providing drive off the half-back flank as well.
He has. Brad Olsen wins the football, gets it out on the outer wing. Now they've got some run. Handball link over the top to Jesse Collins. Off to the run. This is Jordan Dowsett, I think, on that far side. He's kicked to the inside 50 as an ordinary one. It goes out of bounds on the full. And it wasn't, it was Will Stevenson, sorry.
Mark count this quarter's 21 to Sale, 5 to Maffra.
Well, there's another one. You can add that one down. That was Plemming. Plemming goes inboard now and finds Joel Lambourne. First time we've heard him in the afternoon. His kick's an ordinary one because Laverty marks the football and 50. He played for that one, Troy Makepeace.
And he got it.
And Danny Butcher just tapped him on the head, said, well done. Yeah, well played.
You got me.
Yeah, you got me.
I reckon he fell for that a little bit, the umpire. But in saying that, I mean, Butcher didn't really need to put that much pressure on him after. It was an easy mark, wasn't it?
It was. It wasn't really in the contest, was
it? It was a bit soft for a 50, but maybe just a bit of a, hey, that's enough, you know,
well,
no more of that.
It was a very soft 50 as well, so he's only probably played about 30 metres, this umpire, as Noble stands the mark. Chris Laverty, a backman, comes in, and there's another whistle. Hang on.
Send-off.
This is at the other end of the ground. Darren Sheen has been sent off at the 19-minute mark, and there's another 50, by the way. So
probably as a result of that send-off, I would say.
We did not, we did not see what happened because we're all focused down on the goal line here with Laverty, who's about to kick Sale's 8th goal for the afternoon and push this margin back out to 30 points as Darren Sheen trudges off the Sale Oval here.
May have just given his opinion on that decision, I think.
Well, if that's the case, that's poor.
I did, when the whistle went, I looked back to see what was happening. I noticed, I think it was Joel Wallace and Quirk. I think Quirk looked like he gave Wallace a pat on the back as if, you know, like a well done or you know, that's all right, mate. Whether Sheen has done something to Wallace, I don't know, but
well, it is
we just don't know what's happened. Like you said, we're looking at the other end of the ground.
Whatever it is a big moment. And big moments are brought to you by Monticello's. Grab 4 gold 30 cam blocks, just $42, because big moments are brought to you by Monticello's as Darren Sheen's been sent off at the 20-minute mark of the second quarter.
And the East Coast Plumtech scoreboard, local people, local support in Maffra Sale, Bairnsdale Lakes entrance, 8 straight Sale, leading Maffra by 30 points there, 2-6-18.
Hams won the football, the clearance for Sale. He got it towards his 50, but Fleming was there for Maffra. Cleared it out, a poor kick. Butcher, surely a free kick. He does well, though. Plays on. Now he delivers. He misses his target as well. The turnovers for Maffra are uncharacteristic at the moment. So Ronaldson wins it. Gives the footy back to Mason. His right foot kick goes towards 50. Bounces over the top of the head. Now they've got numbers back. Good kick gathered by Ollie Collins. Handballs across. It comes to Gooch. He's on a slight angle. His right foot kick for the ruckman goes across the face of the goal, and it goes through for the first behind for the afternoon for the Sale Magpies. Drag him. Get him off.
Maffra absolutely rattled. You called uncharacteristic turnovers, but it's uncharacteristic Maffra. They're just all over the place at the moment.
They've won the clearance, so they go out wide now towards Connolly. Takes the mark on the outer wing. Again, they look inboard. Again, another turnover by the Eagles. This is going to cost them. They need to get back on their bike if they've got any chance of getting back in this game, as the umpire crosses his arms and balls it up in the middle of the ground.
I'll go back to my notes that Butch did at quarter time for Maffra. Turnover under pressure, under no pressure. They're continuing to turn the ball over under no pressure, and they're doing it again in this quarter. He will not be a happy camper at half time.
The pressure is fantastic by the Magpies at the moment, but a free kick was given away by Laverty there. It goes to Jake Roduggan. No, he gives it to Butcher now in the middle of the ground. So they're one short at the moment. They've got numbers everywhere, Sale, and then Ty Morrison, a poor turnover again. Kicking off his back foot, Danny Butcher turns it over to Ty Morrison at half-back flank.
They are really flat, and Sale are up and about. You've called it. Their pressure is 100% all the way as they play on wide. Goes out to Gooch, finds himself free on the outer wing. He goes forward looking for Lippman, works his man under the ball nicely.
Oh, here we go.
Runs onto the play. He cannot get down, so he soccers a ball off the ground. Olsen picks a ball up, but he's tackled immediately, and this shall be a ball up about 30 metres out on the boundary side, outer boundary side, inside Sale's 50.
Another dust up. As Hutch just threw a haymaker that missed by 100 metres.
And clearances this quarter, 8 to Sale, 5 to Maffra, but 5 of those clearances are centre clearances.
This is Calvin Porter. The first time I've seen him really grab the football and run. His kick out wide was to no one because there was 3 Sale guys out there, and that's a smart kick. Calvin Porter needs to get in the game. We're running Calvin Porter stats.
We are. 5 kicks, that's all.
Wow, that's very unlike Calvin Porter.
Just wondering whether Joel Wallace is running with him. I saw him playing very close from before. If that's the case, he's doing a great job.
Porter nearly got another clearance for him. He's starting to work a little bit harder now. Comes out the back, this time Corey Oliver. Handballs across to a teammate under pressure, but it was over the shoulder and a free kick. They're getting the free kicks because they're in first, Makey.
Yeah, they certainly are. It's a key, isn't it?
Your young boys that are listening in the back here, boys, you've got to make sure you get in first. Put your body in the line.
So Dessert finds the ball inside defensive 50, goes wide to Quirk. They've continued to do this. We've seen this throughout this quarter. Just work the ball across his half-back line and try and hope that something opens up. Corey Oliver spills the ball. He's had plenty of the footy at the moment in those bright yellow boots. Looks inside. Oh, that's a dangerous kick. Bedgood putting him under the pressure in descent. Finds the ball himself, picks the ball up on the left, but it's too short, and Quirk should take an easy mark inside the defensive goal square.
And he does, so he kicks it out wide now. Jordan Dessert is on the outer half-back flank. His kick down the line's a good one. Finds his teammate in Ollie Collins, right in front of the Maffra coach's box here at Sale, in front of the grandstand. They need to go down the line. There's no one there. Gooch is there. Geeshan's there as well. Fleming comes back and takes a good mark in front of Gooch as Fleming now. Can he hit a target? He does. A nice one to Lambourne. Handballs over the top to Coleman. Coleman gathers the football, goes wider to Connolly. Connolly comes back to Joel Lambourne at true centre half back here. They need to get something going. So Lambourne handballs in the middle to Porter. Puts him under a little bit of pressure, but Porter's okay. Turns and goes. Finds heavy side. Haven't gained too many metres. Heavy side now. Right foot kick inside 50. Butcher's there. So's Bedgood. Bedgood drops it. Butcher gathers. Handballs back to Bedgood, who handballs out to Roduggan, who gives it to Heavyside. Right foot kick from 50. Heavyside goes bang and gets it to the line. But Andrew Quirk again. No, was that Quirk or Martin on that occasion? Martin kicks it in to find Laverty. They just need to steady now, do the Magpies coming out of the back half. Short kick. Right on the boundary. We can't quite see it. That's Joel Wallace, is it down there? No, it's Ollie Collins who's got the footy.
just barely made the 15 metres. He plays the ball back inside to Laverty again. They're going to be composed, work the ball across this back line until they get something to open up, and it'll be Joel Wallace on the outer half-back flank, just inside the defensive 50 for Sale. He's going to look back again, go back to Laverty. They're just going to be patient with the ball, Sale, at the moment. He plays the ball out wide to Dowsett. Dowsett's got a man free over the top if he wants, but he's going to run and carry and call it for the man to shepherd. His kick up forward is
run and carry
by Battaglia. He does that very well week in, week out, Battaglia, in cutting the ball up, cutting the ball off from forward forays.
26-minute mark of the second quarter, and Sale lead it by 31 points, 8-1-49, leading Maffra 2-6-18 in a battle of the birds clash here at Sale on a Sunday, sunny Sunday afternoon, as Lambourne for Maffra drives it inside 50. Petro with the sun in his eyes, so Jordan Dessett just gathers a football, gives it to Martin, who carries the football, one bounce, kicks to centre forward, no one's there, and Sam Fleming takes a mark, who plays on quickly, gives it to Porter, back to Fleming. His kick under pressure is going to be turned over again. No, yeah, good mark. Great mark by Jordan Dowsett. As Dowsett picks it up and runs, he's got wheels. That's a better kick. Finds Olsen, turns around. Left foot kick delivery to Graham. Can he get there? He goes up. Can't mark. He's got to go again. Running back there, the flight was Fleming. Got tackled quickly. Got crunched in a tackle as Ty Morrison and Graham put him in a Sale sandwich. And Fleming gets the free kick in the back line for Maffra.
Might have been that Morrison coming on for front-on contact. Fleming's been rock solid across the back line, but he's the only one really flying the flag for Maffra at the moment. Davey Adams got the ball in the opposite back pocket. He's going to kick wide as per
Good
Chris
kick.
Laverty, but with a different result here. Finds a teammate in Connolly, 50-metre line on the outer boundary.
And Connolly's got the footy. Now it's a nice kick. Finds Porter. Porter's just starting the last couple of minutes, starting to get his hands on the football a little bit more. His kick, though, is a short one, only just on that far wing. Turns around, looking for a teammate there. That was Michael Coleman. Couldn't gather. Just slapped it forward in front of Bedgood. Puts it between his legs, but it goes out of bounds. Paul Carter.
The East Coast Plum Tech scoreboard, local people, local support. Maffra, Sale, Bairnsdale Lakes entrance, 8-1-49 Sale, leading Maffra 2-6-18 by 31 points. Haven't had much of a score for about the last 7 minutes.
And around the grounds, thanks to Solomon's Flooring, Terrelgan in the AFL game at the moment, Carlton and Gold Coast Suns. We've only gone 5 minutes in that game, and they're each 1 point. Scores are level there, as Sale again get a monstrous kick down the centre forward. It's cleared everyone. Gooch couldn't take the mark. That's a free kick, surely. It is. Ben Battaglia will take the free kick at true centre half back at the 28-minute mark of the second quarter. His kick, though, is a poor one. A turnover. Here they go. Joel Wallace delivers down the line to Gooch, who runs underneath the football. He had all the time in the world as Joel Lambourne collects it, and he turns it over. This is getting sloppy here at Sale in beautiful conditions. The wind has picked up a little bit, but no excuse. Porter now gathers. Half-forward flank for Maffra. Kicks inside 50. Up they go. Petro in front takes a good mark in front of his eyes. We need to mention, though, Darren Sheen has been sent off at the 20-minute mark of this second quarter. We're not too sure what for. We think it was abusive language of some sort. Demonstrative language, maybe?
Maybe. It's Petro, very tough angle. Might be able to use the wind to his advantage here if he hits it across the face of goal.
Right on the siren, and it's not going to score. It's not going to register at all. And they are trailing by 31 points here at half-time. Sale have had all the running in the first half. This is Gippsland Live on TRFM, and it's all for Isuzu Ute Gippsland, the Victorian Regional Dealer of the Year in 2014. They're on the Princess Highway, Terrelgan, LMCT 10285.